Good afternoon and welcome to the market recap. It is Tuesday, May the 24th. My apologies for the continuing technical issues that I am having. We're working on getting those fixed as soon as possible. Sorry about the charts and all of that. Let's see if we've got a signal here, see if we're streaming. Still see some buffering going on. If you can see me, let me know. Again, still having some issues here with the technology. I'm afraid I've got been run over by gremlins. I can see you. All right, thank you. All right, so, well, Tuesday, May the 24th. I can't see anything here, so thank you for letting me know that we're on and we can chat about trading today. Our equities made a valiant effort at recovering the losses from last night. The Dow is the only one that looks like it actually closed higher. NASDAQ fared the worst, closing more than 2% lower, and the S&P is just under 1% lower today. Snapchat falls 41% today, its worst day ever. Powell has avoided discussion of policy and U.S. outlook in what was a recorded introduction to the American Indian Economic Conference in Las Vegas. The Fed's Bostic is confident the Fed can contain inflation without recession. That's good news. And I don't know how many people are actually talking about this in the news, but apparently Joe Biden has called gas prices part of an incredible transition. Is that him admitting that the gas prices that we are now pricing are on purpose? I wonder. Still not seeing what's going on here, but apparently we are running. I'm John. Thanks for trusting me with your time as usual. The glance at the markets here this afternoon, crude prices remain really range bound. No change in the perception of value of a barrel of crude oil. We are waiting for the API this afternoon and still waiting for the EIA tomorrow. The E-mini S&P, we have an overlapping to lower range. Value area is flat out lower. We do have FOMC minutes tomorrow and durable goods tomorrow morning. FOMC minutes at 1 p.m. Central tomorrow. And then we have the GDP preliminary on Thursday, which may be a little bit of a shocker. So we're going to have to see how that goes. NASDAQ, like the ES, just seems to be waiting for information. We've got gold continues to leak higher. Don't forget that gold rolls over on Thursday, so we'll be going from the June contract right past the July contract to the August contract on Thursday. And gold, we'll be watching the volume to make sure we get the timing right on that. The euro gap filled this morning, provided support. Market tries to leak higher but loses volume on the way. The 10-year brings volume on an attempt to exit the balance area again. Treasuries roll on Thursday, so we'll be keeping an eye on the volume, let you know when we're going to be moving over. And the natural gas volume build on a higher range. It took a stab at that 5-6, that May 6th swing high, and that was a swing and a miss. It did not succeed at reaching or usurping that level. So we're going to look at these on the charts shortly. Got to say good morning to everybody. Tachyon made a little bit of money today. Bill Phillips chilling with Dylan Frederico. Tachyon talking about VWAP was resistance. More of a lucky guess today on a 500 tick chart. Saw the price tried to breach 39.26. Also, C Delta was very heavy, and my gut was telling me it was not likely to price go up. Maybe after hours looking at the 500 tick chart got me some glimpse of market direction on some occasion. My goodness, good to see you. I'm good. My goodness. Thank you for asking. I hope that everybody is feeling well and doing well today as also. James Swan, Vince, good afternoon. Only charted today. Adam, Tachyon, thank you for letting me know that you can see me. Amos, all okay in the UK. Welcome, Amos. Thank you, Sarah. Looks okay. I'll take okay. Vince saying it's better than getting run over by the market participants, right? No chimes in the background. Oh, nice chimes. Oh yeah, you can hear that. That's out on the deck off my kitchen. We're all working from home here now, so this is the office. Green Day here from Mid Country Gaming. Good. Chilling with Dylan. I see you after I refreshed. Okay, Bill. Thank you. Adam, how did it go today? Are you talking about Make Hogue Money? Good afternoon, Rick. Good to see you. Teleprompter said it. All right. Steve, message to my Biden. Every family who can hardly afford food and essential living expenses is running out to buy a 60,000 Tesla. Right. From what I understand, even to buy an electric car, you're getting into a waiting situation. PD, good morning, afternoon, I should say. 200 points off the NQ low and still closed down about 2%, right? I said on Zoom, rebound will most likely. Nice job, Giolano. Getting more consistent in controlling my risk and allowing me to creep closer to successful quantifying for the live combine. Nice, Joe. I'm glad that this is all helping. That's the goal. But I have had a bad session. Well, it's okay, Giolano. It's difficult to change gears. Something we all deal with. How do you do that if it's always okay? I'm not sure about the question, but Spencer, good afternoon. Vince, Joe, good afternoon. Yeah, electric here is going up 38% next month. Where's the savings? We're all having a lot of the same questions and a lot of the same uncertainties in the world, and we're just going to have to try and get things worked out, if that's even possible. Make Hogue Money today. We caught a nice about a $1,300 short before the end of the session today. I want to say thank you to the team for finding that nice trade, and we're looking forward to Thursday's session and see if we can do it again. All right. Yes, Kyle, tomorrow is another day. Ended red, took a bad trade and let it go longer than I should have. Being stubborn does not pay. Absolutely. Kyle, know your risk before you put on the trade. And don't move stops. That's something that we all do at some point, because we don't want to admit that the trade may be wrong. I've done it. You put the trade on, it goes towards your stop. You go, well, maybe a couple of more points of risk and I'll stay in this trade. You move it again. You just end up expanding your risk. How often do you get to expand your profit target? So why don't we go ahead and look into these charts? Let's start with the daily and crude. Talk about what happened today, if there was much of anything. Here's the daily and crude. It almost looks like it did this morning. We have volume slowing in balance. We had a little bit higher volume today. That's to be expected now the rollover's over. Open interest had a little bit of an increase, but nothing major. Waiting for the API this afternoon. My question is, how much is too much for a barrel of crude oil? I think the American people and the world are starting to get to that point where they're going to slow down on using it. Yeah, Kyle, usually your best stop is the stop you put in first. Yeah, it's always a challenge. Here's the 30-minute chart. So yesterday We had value inside value from the previous day. Today we have a little bit lower value, but really no major changes in the perception of value of a barrel of crude. Now, the API may change that for us today, and we'll be keeping an eye out for the EIA tomorrow. Let's see if I have an estimate for what the API is going to be coming out with here today. Let me just really quickly take a look. So the API, yeah, I'm on the wrong day. It's not showing on here. Let's see what it looks like for tomorrow. Of course, it's not going to show because I'm busy looking for it, so it doesn't show up. Crude oil inventories, they're looking for a small draw on crude of 737,000 barrels, a little less than a million barrel draw. Yikes. All right, let's take a look at the even the S&Ps. All right, so yesterday we saw a loss in open interest on the push to the upside. Volume was low. Today, a push to the downside, a little bit higher volume, tried to recover the losses from last night. Got it pretty close, but no cigar. Here's the 30-minute chart. So the market opens, looks above the opening range, and then takes a nosedive. It was the move down below the overnight session, as well as yesterday's session, that put us in our short, that we ended up making some money and make Hogue money. The market really did turn. We've got this V bottom here. We've got another V here. We're attracting buyers to some degree. Maybe not seeing it necessarily in open interest yet, but there's a little bit of encouragement in what the outcome of today was. It stopped short of getting to the high of the session here, and it looks like we've set up a late spike for tomorrow morning. So something for us to check tomorrow morning is the potential of that late spike in the S&Ps. NASDAQ did not fare as well. Had a little bit of higher volume on a lower day. Let's take a look at the 30. So the S&Ps puts in a late spike, and it almost looks like the NASDAQ tried to, but it didn't close in the late spike. It did not put in a late spike. The high of the session was in the first 30-minute bar here. We did not take that out. So a little bit of a different story, different look for both of those markets tomorrow. It's always it's like watching a soap opera called As the Markets Turn. Our heroes, the NASDAQ and the S&Ps, looking at different directions. Gold. So we know we're in rollover. The market is still continuing to push to the upside, even though we're in rollover, even though our longer, stronger traders are probably more interested in looking for opportunities to get a cheap rollover. We're still pushing higher. I find that encouraging. Yesterday we lost 2,000 in open interest overall. That's still the preliminary estimate. Probably not too far off of that, although sometimes they are way off. We didn't close above weekly kickoff high, but we most certainly did today. Here's the 30-minute chart. So here's that close yesterday. Overnight longs continued to find buyers and push this market higher. Closed pretty well. You have to, again, check and see what open interest does, but it's going to be blurry because of rollover. On Thursday is switch day for gold. And to the euro, overnight largely supported by weekly kickoff high. We had a nice jump in open interest on this move to the upside, as well as some higher volume. Not such great volume today, But we are looking for information tomorrow in durable goods as well as the FOMC minutes. Here's the 30. So the market opened, if you remember, we were looking at the fact that this morning on the forecast that the market had opened with a gap and closed the gap right away, almost to the tick. Well, a little more than just to the tick, but that gap close became supportive, and we saw some buyers come in and push this market higher. We have a little bit of a delta divergence, which indicates the possibility of longer, stronger buyers, but a P-shaped profile indicates those longer, stronger buyers were not getting into new positions. This was a short covering rally, and it makes sense. Above an important inflection level, you're going to see some short covering from those that may be stuck short down below. The 10-year lost open interest on the downside yesterday. A little bit higher volume on a push to the upside. We've had rates leaking lower for the last few sessions. It kind of makes a little bit of sense that we had a move to the upside. I'm not sure about how. What was the big deal here at 8:30 that pushed price that much higher that quickly? We didn't really have any numbers come out at 8:30, 8:45. We had PMI composite flash, but boy, we sure found some buyers there. Nat gas. So we had not a huge move in open interest on this push and settlement above weekly kickoff high. Range-bound really activity today. We did stop short of that May 6th swing high. We've got next swing high back here, $9.20 from August of 2008. August of 2008. We are paying a lot more for energy these days. Here's our 30-minute chart. So we opened, I didn't get the profile on there, I'm sorry, but we opened in the late spike. We looked lower prior to the open, but opening in the late spike perhaps gave us the opportunity to create a range overlapping higher yesterday's range and value and creating higher value yet. Very range bound though. Well, I know we're going to have some interesting opportunities and some ideas in the S&Ps tomorrow if we open with that late spike. But these markets are always interesting. They're always challenging. Good afternoon, Glitter Sandwich. My brother Rick moves the stops up to protect profits in trades. That is an art form and a gift that I have never been able to master. Sarah Hall, thank you very much for stopping by, and it's my pleasure. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Let's take a quick look at what happened in the world on this date. This is kind of cool, if I can get there. On this date in history, May 24th, after 14 years, the Brooklyn Bridge opens in 1883. I got a bridge I'd like to sell you. In 1844, Samuel Morse demonstrates the telegraph with the message, "What hath God wrought?" 1543, astronomer Copernicus dies. 1935, on this night, the first MLB night game. What about in music? It's Bob Dylan's birthday today. He was born in 1941. with the name of Robert Zimmerman. Patti LaBelle's birthday is today. She was born in 1944. All of these folks are older than me, and even older than my brother. And one of my brother's favorite bands, Wishbone Ash, Steve Upton. It's his birthday today, 1946. One more here. I thought I saw something that was kind of cool. What was it? 1997, the band Hanson started a 3-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Bop. Nobody could get that out of their minds for forever. 1975, Earth, Wind, and Fire went to number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Shining Star. And 1955, today is Rosanne Cash's birthday. The eldest daughter of Johnny Cash. I wonder what it was like growing up a child of Johnny Cash. Giuliano, you're welcome. Adam, we show transactions in Make Hogue Money. When you're asking to watch me trade live, that's something that we're working on and potentially going to be adding at some point in the future. Being here at Top Step, we have legal things that we want to make sure that we're good, and as far as regulatory and agencies, we want to make sure that we're all sewed up and good with all of that. So we appreciate the idea and the feedback, Adam. All right, so tomorrow we are looking at durable goods orders at 7:30 Central tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock, State Street Investor Confidence Index, not a big one. EIA Petroleum Status Report, 9:30. We do have at least one talking Fed speaking tomorrow. Lael Brainerd is speaking at 11:15 Central Time. And then, of course, the FOMC minutes at 1 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. So we're in the teeth of this week. Make sure it's a good week. Make sure you limit risk. Make sure you stay patient and take some good trades. All right, let's call that a session. Get some good rest tonight. Have a good night. Peace to everyone. Health to everyone. Make sure you're good to yourself. Be good to others. Keep saying prayers for world peace. If we all pray, we can do this. And I will see you tomorrow morning for the market forecast, 7:45. Same bat time, same bat channel, and same computer, I'm afraid. But we'll work our way through it. I promise this is going to end. Trade well, everyone.